My name is Jade Allen. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'd like to try to start something new when I draw characters, starting with this video. As you all may or may not know, I am a huge horror fan, based on what I've drawn and posted thus far on this channel and on Instagram. This drawing I'm making right now, I have titled Jeepers Jessula Creeper, because it is based on a cover of one of the Jeepers Creepers movies. I'd like to continue doing this theme with my other Monster High horror OCs. But while I do that, instead of the typical copyrighted music in the background, I'd like to interact with my audience a little more. Since there's 200 of you and counting, I'd like to be more receptive to your ideas and thoughts. So let's talk horror. Naturally, in this video, I'd like to talk about the Jeepers Creepers franchise and start a healthy discussion in the comments. So let's begin with a little rundown. Also, there's more than likely going to be movie spoilers, so if you haven't seen all 3 movies and you don't want any spoilers, I suggest clicking on another video of mine. The first Jeepers Creepers film came out in 2001 and has mixed reviews. Mostly due to the fact that in the movie, the creeper could only be explained by supernatural psychic abilities and nothing more. Personally, the Jeepers Creepers franchise is one of my favorites. The 4th installment is supposed to come out this fall, and I'm looking forward to dragging my friends out of their dorms and right to the theater to see it. Let's go over the movies in a nutshell, and if you want, you can skip to this time so you don't get any spoilers. In the first movie, a brother and sister are coming home from college and are hounded by a truck with a license plate that says, "Beating you," or at least that's what our main character Derry thinks. He and his sister Trish eventually lose the truck, but see it later stopped at an abandoned church, dumping a body into a sewage pipe. Derry, wanting to be a good Samaritan, urges his sister to stop so he can investigate, and he falls down the pipe himself. This was essentially opening Pandora's box, and Derry sees the bodies of the creeper's victims stitched together and hung on the wall around him like trophies. After finding his way back out through the abandoned church, he and Trish set out to alert police. During this, they are warned by a psychic that what they saw was the creeper, and if Derry hears the song Jeepers Creepers, it means it is near. It won't stop hunting him until it has him. After running from the creeper more than a few times, they believe they are safe at the police station until the creeper finds them and it takes out a few officers and a prisoner before ultimately taking Derry. The movie ends with a rather gruesome depiction of what became of him. The second movie follows both a farmer man and a school bus of a football team and cheerleaders. The creeper first took the farmer's youngest son, and the man has been set on revenge since. Then, the creeper stopped the school bus by striking a tire with a throwing star made with a bone and a tattoo that Derry had in the first movie. One of the cheerleaders has a prophetic dream about this, and she explains to the others that something is hunting them. While the creeper is terrorizing the students on the bus, the farmer man is working out a plan to hunt down the creature that took his youngest son. Eventually, the farmer comes across the bus with the few survivors they have left, and they ultimately become a team to either kill or outrun the creeper. Once dawn comes, they realize the horror is over, but only for the next 23 springs. In the end, the old man had caught the creeper and pinned him to his barn, charging people to see it. When a group of teens come by and ask if it's real and if he killed it, he simply says he's waiting for it to come back. When they ask when it's supposed to be back, he says it should be another 2 days. Give or take. The third movie returns to the night of Derry's demise, and the task force sergeant is dead set on getting control of the creeper on its last day of feeding. This all going on while a poor farm girl is living with her grandmother, who is reliving her own son's death from the hands of the creeper. The elderly woman digs up a rotten hand in the spot she keeps meeting the ghost of her son, and realizes that this is a piece of the creeper, and can reveal its origins and secrets. The creeper knows this, which is seemingly why it keeps returning to the same place to feed every 23 years. After many successful kills, they indirectly tell the creeper that they know what it is, and it seems angered by this. In the end, Trish is revealed to be writing about the creeper and how she intends to kill it for what it did to her younger brother years ago. Let's discuss the movies from this. First of all, I don't mind the whole psychic storyline behind the creeper. As the story goes, nobody knows exactly what it is, so how else could they explain it? The creeper clearly isn't natural by any means, and in the movies, nobody knows if it's a demon, an extraterrestrial, or something far more cryptic. The psychic effect, to me, makes it a little more personal to the people around it and suggests a more demon-like story. I've always enjoyed the idea of whatever it eats from a person, it regains and regenerates in itself. I find that a non-typical trope in horror that I wish I could see more of. As someone who is a sucker for creature or cannibalistic horror, I enjoy this aspect of the creeper the most. The second movie, however, is probably my least favorite. It's a little chaotic and difficult to follow, in my opinion. I think if they had followed a previously mentioned story of the creeper in the second movie, it would have been more entertaining. What I mean by this is, in the first movie, Derry was telling Trish about high school sweethearts who went missing and there were rumors of a creature having taken them. When the second movie showed the school bus of football players, I was fully expecting them to deliver with that story. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and I realized that when Derry's ghost warned one of the cheerleaders about the creeper. If the second movie had catered to the story that would have prefaced Derry's story, I think it would have been in much better taste. I appreciate the third movie in that it explained more about what happened directly after Derry's death. I do wish they had went ahead and explained what the creeper was, but I look for the fourth movie to do that. And if it doesn't, I will be severely disappointed. Ultimately, I think the creeper is going to be an ancient demon, but the one that keeps coming to the surface is certainly not the only one. I mean, think about it. There's never just one demon in these kinds of stories. The creeper obviously wants to live and desires to feed continuously until its 23 days are up, and it has to wait for 23 more years. Yes, it takes many bodies during the time it goes up, but it cannot eat all of them. It likes to decorate and create weapons out of the pieces it doesn't eat, but surely, with something that hell-bent on living, there has to be more than just one. But that's just my thoughts. I recommend watching these movies because I think at least the first one is a classic that every horror fan should see at least once. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and let me know if you want to see more horror talk in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video. I reckon I'll be back soon with another take on another horror movie or horror movie franchise, and if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know because I love to watch horror movies. Alright, bye!
Where'd you get them?
Won't you put me wise?
Don't you dime, man.
Pay to advertise.
Tell them about it.